Hi, I'm Natali. I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of October 3rd through the 10th. We have the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and the union energies. We're going to be looking at what happened in the recent past last week. We're going to be focusing on this week, the 3rd through the 10th of October. And then we're going to have a sneak peek of what's to come in the middle and end of October. If you're new to my channel, you can always subscribe for weekly twin flame energy readings. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, you could always email me. My information is below. And I am now currently taking on new readings for the next month or so. Okay, I want to say thank you for all those that have liked, commented, and subscribed, and especially wished me a really happy birthday. It means a lot, and I appreciate it. I'm grateful, and it makes me work that much harder on my soul mission, so thank you. All right, with that said, I'd like to get started on what's been happening for Twin Flames last week, the end of September into the beginning of October. And wow, when I was pulling these cards, I just could not believe the amount of energy and positive energy that was coming through for both the feminine and masculine. I was just, every card that flipped over, let's get started. So for the union energies, we have the Seven of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Empress. So there is a sense of being patient, trying to be as calm as possible, and exercising patience as far as you can, especially the feminines. But I'm getting that the waiting period here is now in a place where you've already planted the seeds, and you're now able to see these seeds grow. Kind of taking a moment to maybe look at the stars at night. Appreciate how far you've gotten in your physical life so far. All the things that you can count. You're counting your blessings. You're counting all the things that you're grateful for. Maybe you're starting to write a gratitude journal or have like a gratitude rock that you hold on to. I just had 222. This is especially in terms of your twin flame relationship. Both twins are practicing patience, but in a more calm and balanced way. As we saw from last week, where the twins were both balancing out their emotional, their mental, the physical, and their spiritual bodies, at this time of Libra, feeling more open to love, more balanced, more open to listening to the other side, more open to connecting with source energy, connecting to universe, God, your angels, whatever you believe in, and connecting to yourself. Really, really important time. Wow. To be connecting to yourself spiritually. I'm sorry about that. If some of you know, I lost my phone recently, so I really let go of a lot of physical things and physical attachments. Like losing my phone made me realize like how attached I was to it, even though I practice being a minimalist and being less materialistic. I still feel like I sometimes I use my phone for when I was going away for my birthday, GPS, contacting people, and listening to music while meditating even. So it was a really expanding next level experience. It's like I've been monk status for a while when I was awakening, and I've just started learning how to integrate into my physical surroundings again. And every time I was in meditation recently, it was like reconnect to the physical world in a different way, reconnect to the physical world in a more high vibrational way. So I feel like both twins have been trying to reconnect after connecting with your spiritual bodies or with spiritual concepts more, reconnecting with this physical world in a way where you can apply these newly learned physical concepts or physical ideas, something that you learned that can nurture your body and your mind, and applying it to your daily routine. Because we're talking about how both twins are learning how to adapt to a new type of daily routine. For the feminine's heart energies, that's a really, really incredible spread. I can't wait to get into it because it's just so much happiness and a lot of union energies here too. So just bear with me. Like, the main energy for the whole reading is the Lover's card, and that kept coming up over and over again for the past few days. So this is a very love-filled energy. So bear with me because everything is just wow. So the heart energies for the feminines, we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and sandwiched in between is the Tower card. Yeah. And then it's clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Like, okay, so first of all, whoa. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and then the Tower card in between, like, can you say we are winning all around, divine feminines? And with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles side by side as a clarifier, like, there's all of a sudden random event, life-changing event that has to do with specifically being a husband-wife team, being a boyfriend-girlfriend team, being a two-person business owner team, to be financially, sharing your finances, your bank accounts kind of team between the divine feminine and divine masculine. I feel like there's such a stroke of luck, or maybe something not so pleasant, but it brings some sort of event right after that allows both the masculine and feminine to realize that there's something very spiritually strong here that is happening. It might have been something like lightning struck twice kind of feeling, like this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen to people in a normal life kind of event, right? It's like just something out of the blue that shakes up the feminine's belief system in regards to their life partner. So this might be that a lot of feminines at this time are breaking away from a lot of karmic situations that have been cycling on, and they're finally successful, they're finally victorious in cutting off some karmic situation. It could be the realization that, I need to stop focusing on my twin flame because I need to focus on myself. And as soon as that happens, like something happens right away the next week, the next few days, where it kind of signifies, like, you get a text from your divine masculine, or you happen to bump into them on social media or in actual real life, or I don't know, just some sort of event under weird circumstances that leads to the feminine just completely changing the way she looks at the twin flame journey, whatever that is to you, divine feminine. Because in your headspace, we have the Queen of Cups, again, clarified by the Star card. So definitely some sort of, even if you're spiritually awakened, some sort of profound intervention through your spirit guides, through your angels, through the universe, through signs and synchronicities, through some sort of meditation, a dream, a vision, natural event, if you're going for a nature walk, some sort of very specific event or a few events that really shakes up the feminine in terms of something how she thought about, felt about, or practiced spiritual ideas. Wow. Okay. And for the physical energies, we have the King of Cups. So we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups side by side for the Divine Feminines and the physical mental energies. And then the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. A lot of partnership, a lot of the Lovers card situation coming through. And I feel like a lot of conversations are being had about relationships. A lot of ideas and concepts are being looked at in terms of relationships, because it's the King of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. So some sort of clarity, some sort of knowledge gained by the Divine Feminine it might be through a friend, a family member, or a soulmate, or someone in the spiritual community, where someone that you actually like, Divine Feminism, and feel that you actually care for deeply, or your Divine Masculine, where there's some sort of clarity, some sort of truth or knowledge given to the feminine that gives her such peace of mind, that gives the Divine Feminine a feeling that things are going to be all right, everything's going to be all right. And it could be because last week we had the feminines focusing on things that would make them happy. Maybe trying to learn a new dish, and you practice this dish, every night for a month, and then you finally get it right, and you have some sort of achievement. You feel some sort of confidence in going and tackling something else, something new for yourself, something that makes you happy, something that connects you more deeply to your higher self. Wow. And especially October is such a very, the veil is thin during this time. You get a lot of downloads, you get a lot of spiritual energies and beings coming through, and, having their presence known, and relaying a lot of messages. So, and if you're not in contact with your twin flame's energy comes around a lot this time too. So for the masculines, we have for their heart energy last week, the moon card clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's definitely like the Divine Masculine is like, something's going on. Something's going on. Don't know what it is, but something is definitely going on. I feel like there's like an alarm going off in their head that like they sense something. They get like the spidey senses. Like, I feel like there's something major happening in my life right now, and like I am where I'm supposed to be, but I don't know exactly what's going on or what's going to happen. And there's a sense of facing the unknown. So for their mental space, we have the Fool card clarified by the Ten of Cups. Divine Masculines, this is a fresh new start. This is the beginning of much, much emotional fulfillment. It's just a start, but it's the start of something way bigger than yourself. But when you want to relate it to your own life, it is something that how do you say everything you ever wanted? The happiest you ever felt. Divine Masculines. That is what you're starting. This is what you're starting. This is why the unknown energies and intuition energies and the Wheel of Fortune is going off in your heart energies, that you're feeling something major, a major life change is already here, and you don't know what it is. It's because you're supposed to face the unknown and face the fact that you may not know what lies ahead for you in your life path, but trust that it is for your highest and best good. Trust yourself, if anything. Trust your higher self. Meditate, listen to your own higher self, connect with your unconscious brain, if that's the way you want to understand it, because Because in your physical space, we have Page of Pentacles, clarified by the Nine of Cups. You're offering yourself a bit of love. You're offering yourself a little bit of love by telling yourself, everything's going to be okay. And I think that's why the Divine Feminines are picking up strongly. It's either Divine Feminines, that have been nurturing themselves and growing their spiritual connection, that is telling their masculines, like, giving them a sense of everything's going to be okay. I don't know if the Divine Masculine literally went out and bought themselves like a nice new pair of shoes, or got themselves a new haircut, or got themselves they signed up for a new class, or I feel like the Divine Masculine went out and did something for themselves that made them feel better, and like they deserve some sort of happiness, because I feel like they've been stuck in this energy of like the unknown, but it causing a little bit of fear and a little bit of uneasiness of not knowing where things are going to go, that they went out and like did something good for themselves, or had went on like a weekend trip, or went to go see a movie with their friends, and in the physical, this is the Divine Feminine seeing getting some sort of clarity from either their masculines in the physical, their masculines in 5D energy, or there's someone in their spirit team being like, hey, this is what's going on. It's good that you're focusing on yourself, because the masculine needs some time to understand what needs to be done at this time for the union. Because what we got going here now for this week of the 3rd to the 10th of October, we have the Three of Pentacles, which can be seen as the union card, but as I see it, is like the union card, the twins coming together for some sort of higher purpose, whether it's coming together to work on something, work on your soul mission, to help someone in your family or friend circle out, to see if you can work together on some sort of like smaller thing. Like, can you figure out when you can meet up, or can you work around each other's schedule? Can you work around other smaller issues that don't really matter in order to come into union? Can you have a conversation without triggering each other, or without getting mad at each other, and understanding that it can get intense in this month, but you're not going to take it out on the twin, and instead you're going to try to work and be harmonious, right? Because it's with lighthearted energy. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. It's a very lighthearted, fun, flirty energies between the twins at this time. So you might end up going to the same party, or bumping into each other at a restaurant or at a bar, or having a friendly, short text conversation, or just sending each other like a smiley emoji or heart emoji. Like, it's a very lighthearted, but on a smaller scale energy. So there might be some sort of playfulness that's being shown between the two twins at this time. Yeah, that's why I feel like a lot of union energies are just starting, because there's a lot of union energies for October, and this is just like the start, kind of. Because for the Divine Feminines and their heart energies, we have the Empress, clarified by the Chariot. A lot of fast acting movement towards the Divine Feminine coming into her power, And I feel like there's a lot of, if you've been on this cycle for a while and you've been doing your spiritual work, this this time around is going to be the Divine Feminines tuning into their psychic abilities further, making a lot of moves in their soul mission, working with the Divine Masculines much stronger and a much healthier and a much nurturing and fertile way. And this is like let's go Divine Feminines. We have the reunion card for the mental energies and the Hierophant for the physical energies. Divine Feminines, it's time to go. You're probably getting a lot of downloads. You're probably feeling a lot of energies. You might be getting tired a lot when these energies are coming in. You might have physical symptoms of ascension. You might have, around this time, when the veil is thin also, you might be getting more visions, more connected to a lot of different energies that are, ascended masters, can be perceived as gods and goddesses, archangels, high vibrational, benevolent, off-earth ETs. So you're just getting a lot of incoming helpful energies, Divine Feminines, if you're open to them. If you're new to this twin flame journey, this is that you are maybe focusing less on your twin flame and focusing more on what you need to do after cutting off these karmic situations, which you might still be in the process of. I know last year at this time, I cut off a few very big karmic situations, and I tried to cut them out before in the last season, in the last cycle, but I knew if I didn't cut it out then, it's going to come back in the next cycle, and it did, and I cut them off again in last October. And as soon as I cut out the karmic situations and focused on myself and improving my spiritual being, my twin texted me like not even like a few days or a week later. Like it's kind of incredible how fast things go when you work on yourself and work on you, because your environment just reflects you. I'm sorry, I know I'm going back and forth, but from people who have been on this journey for a while and people who are new to this journey, because I feel like a lot of people have awakened recently or are awakening, so I feel like I need to go over a little bit of everything, just in case. So please bear with me. Thank you. And so then for the mental energies, we have the reunion card with the Five of Swords. I feel like this is bringing in that clarity that you received recently, Divine Feminines, and realizing that you are in union, or you are on the first steps of union, even if you don't realize it. I was taking the first steps of union and I didn't realize it at that time. Like, I didn't know that's what it was, So maybe you might not realize it now, but, maybe months or even a year from now, you'll realize, like, oh, that was a step towards union, like, that's, like, oh, maybe my twin and I were in the same spot, or, that text or that person was my twin flame, and it was kind of like a mini reunion. Because for the Hierophant card, which is my card in personal readings as relationship commitment and marriage card, is also a spiritual path card. So it's very indicative. Like, we have the Divine Feminine card, the reunion card, and the spiritual journey card for the Divine Feminine. It's very clear cut in the Three of Pentacles that you are working with your Divine Masculine by working on yourself, by working on your higher self and connecting to something higher than yourself, a higher power. Because in doing that is connecting to the other part of your soul, which is your masculine, right? Again, it's clarified with a Strength card, which is here for the Divine Masculine and the heart energy, and the Lovers card with the Page of Swords. So there might be a little bit of excitement with how you're progressing spiritually, Divine Feminines. You might see that the masculine is doing well too. The Divine Feminine, if you're not in contact or communication with your Divine Masculines, you might get an indication that this is how he's feeling, that he's trying to work on himself, that he's trying to figure things out. And it's again with the Lovers card. So very much the Divine Feminine can feel what the masculine is going through, or can actually see. And it's like the Spy card. Like you might actually know from like social media, or talking to a mutual friend, or actually talking to the Divine Masculine, or through some dream state. But I feel like this is more physical, like physical contact with your masculine, that the masculine is mustering up the courage, keeping their beautiful lion roaring power alive in their heart to keep moving forward. I feel like the Divine Masculines are like, there's so much I went through in life. I gotten through so much so far. They understand they went through dark nights of the souls that were like so crushing, you know, where at points where you're just like, oh, like, should I just give up on life right now? Like, you know, like Divine Masculines, I feel like, are going through and realizing that there's no point in giving up hope now, because I've been through so much already and they've worked so hard already. Why give up at this point? Why should you not like realize that you're just at the cusp of a huge upswing, Divine Masculines? And part of this week for you, Divine Masculines, is to be okay with not knowing exactly how things are going to turn out, but knowing that they are going to turn out fine, because you feel it too, Divine Masculines. Like you have the Star card and the Moon card for your mental energies. You feel like there's something going on at night. You know, you might be getting very strong dreams. Divine Masculines, you might be getting very strong dreams of your Divine Feminine, but also about things that you might like to do. Also, you might be dealing with a lot of let's say, like, if you're dealing with past life situation, karma and stuff, you might be dealing with it through your dreams, and it might freak you out or make you feel uncomfortable. But just understand and realize that it's just you're just working out past life karma, or that doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense through your dreams, or through weird thoughts throughout the day. But I feel like it's more at night. Yeah, and for their physical energies, we have the Hermit card. And I feel like the Divine Masculines, it's time. It's time to go in, it's time to go deep, and it's time to figure your stuff out, you know? Because we have Divine Feminines, like, feeling very confident in diving in deep, head first, into the waters of the unknown, you know, and like trusting it. And that's why they feel so like comfortable and safe expanding their spiritual knowledge, is because they feel protected. They know they're not alone. They know that this is just helping them evolve spiritually and help them along their path for themselves and for the union. Whereas the masculines, they've been avoiding this. They might have been, you know, slowly attacking these big events, tower moments that happened in life recently. But I feel like there's been cycles that the Divine Masculines has been going through that they're recognizing now, that in order to clear some of these like voices in their heads of all the negative people and negative advice and negative just concepts that was pushed onto them by, you know, members of society that, you know, people respected. So why wouldn't you listen to that coach, that teacher, that family member? You know, it's like the Divine Masculines are understanding now that it's they have to go in, they have to spend time with themselves in order to figure out what they truly want and who they truly are. Because I feel like the divine masculines have been getting hints, but they haven't been really sitting down and having a conversation with yourselves, divine masculines. Even if it sounds ridiculous, if you're in your car, just talk to yourself, and alone, talk to yourself. If you haven't been meditating and don't know how to, find a guided meditation or find something that you can zone out to. My divine masculine is actually the one who told me how to. It's like free flow zone. It's like when you do something that's repetitive and that you know how to do, but then slightly change it. So it's allowing you to be creative but not put too much thought into it. The flow zone. That's that's how you meditate. Like if you're drawing and say you're just drawing like different like circular doodles or whatever, but then you like expand by doing like different shapes and stuff, and it's not too different from what you're repeating, but you like expand. Then you get into this like flow zone where you're just kind of zoning out. I do that all the time while listening to like lectures and such. It's another way of meditating, and you just really, it allows you to just get the ideas from you, from yourself, from your subconscious, from your higher self, and who better to ask for advice from and listen to than yourself, right, divine masculines? Yeah, divine feminines know this. And if not, like I always say divine feminine, divine masculines, but sometimes you can see it as a runner chaser, or you can see both these energies within yourself, or if like, you versus them kind of thing, okay? And so then where these energies are going, again, we have the reunion card with the judgment card. And I love the judgment card because like the angels are like, yeah, let's go. And it's with the 3 of Wands, which is a big thumbs up from the universe, a big sign to big yes sign for reunions, divine timing, kind of it's go time. It's time for these reunions to happen. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the 8 of Cups and the divine feminines and physical energies and the energies to come. There's going to be some sort of fated events for you divine feminines coming up in October. That's going to be fated. That's going to have you leave something in your past physically, whether this is a karmic situation. The karmic situations I left were not just exes, but addictions and work habits and health habits. Like it was just the karmic situations can be anything that's negatively impacting you on a daily basis. So, but this is, I feel like it's for the good. Like once you leave something behind, or something good happens that you want to leave, something that was no longer serving you behind. But there's some sort of positive fated event coming up for you, divine feminines, that's very powerful, and I think it's around the new moon or the full moon. Around the full moon. Yeah. So up from the new moon to the next full moon. So the next moon cycle for sure. And the divine masculines, we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Lover's card. There's some sort of communication that comes through. There's if you have not been in communication, it's very likely that you will have communication this month from your divine partner. It might be small, it might seem insignificant, but it will be significant, as you will see from the weeks and months and to come afterwards. And I'm getting like, yes, definitely communication from your twin. Because around this time, I think it's very important for twins to come together and in helping each other evolve spiritually more, because we're in this very strong energies where twins, main mission is to help the collective ascend. So if I feel like the twins are going to have contact with each other somehow in the physical in order to work on more spiritual things if you still need to, or come into union and work on this soul mission together. But that doesn't mean that there isn't going to be cute, little flirty, fun-loving, having fun with your twin energetically or in the physical at this time in this beautiful fall season. All right. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'm sorry I had to get a lot out, so I was talking a little fast. But I really, really am super excited for all these beautiful energies in October. Please email me if you would like a reading. I am currently open and I'm booking really fast right now. But yes, I wish you so much love and light, and I hope you stay with me. We'll see you in the moment.